All right, I also traded SMCI. If you've been hanging out with me for a bit, you know I really do like this ticker. However, just in terms of what it looks like, why and how, it's really been stuck, right? In this bit of range here. So from here to here, it's just sort of trading inside of that. So I've been playing it, but maybe a little more timid than normal. Just because I'm not loving this. I would love for it to get out of this. But it's been showing some strength. And frankly, I wasn't paying too much attention to it until someone in the chat mentioned SMCI. And I actually missed my ideal entry, which is the same that most things had yesterday, right? Inside 30. And then you add on the inside hour, right? If you've watched my other videos, you've seen that, right? I'm making a video for every trade I took. So yesterday, June 2nd, this was the setup across the board. And for me, across the board is, right, like my Mag 7, my indices, and then my like 5 or 6 tickers outside the Mag 7 that I do like. So I missed this. And so for me, if I miss my entry, what that means is I have to look for an entry on a smaller time frame, right? And more times than not, that's going to be a 15 for me. So looking for that, let's see, is here, right? So I miss that. I also miss this. I miss this. And this is the entry that I end up having to take, right? Which, frankly, is less than ideal, but SMCI is strong. I look at it, and there's my entry. So one thing to note, pardon me, and one thing that I know and realize is, if I'm entering on the 15 after like the first 30 minutes, but maybe the first hour of the day, I'm going to have to sit through pain. Sometime that day, I'm going to have to sit through some sort of pain. And I know that. And that's exactly what happened, right? That's exactly what this is. And also, I'm getting in really close to ADR, which is always a point of some sort of difficulty more times than not. Usually, we hit ADR, we come back through, we go back through ADR. And you can see that happened here. We kind of bounced around it for a while. However, if I'm entering on the 15 later in the day, it's already had a decent run, I have to let candles close, right? And more times than not, I'm going to be looking at the 30. But even if I'm looking at the 15, right, this is my entry. Yes, it goes below my entry point, but it doesn't close below it, right? It just goes down, comes back up, goes down, comes back up. So I let my candles close, and because of that, I didn't get kicked out of SMCI. Ultimately, I'm looking on the 30. So I also got this situation, but no need to panic or be, undone. That happened. Swung SMCI. I entered more SMCI today off of... Oh, yeah, this happened. So I entered more today here, right? This was my ad. It went against me and I exited, right? Then I had to look for another entry. And this is something that I don't know if it's the smartest thing or not smart, but it's been working for me. My next entry was on a smaller time frame because this went against me. In hindsight, like saying it out loud, I think it actually makes more sense to wait for a higher time frame because 5-minute entries usually chop you up. Usually. I think maybe I got lucky. I need to back test this. Anyway, this was my re-entry here on this inside 5. Because it's like annoying, right? Like you get in here, it goes against you and you're just like, damn. And you like wait through all this BS and then you get back in. So that was what happened with SMCI today. I did close out quite a bit of it around this section. So it went up to the highs, it came back down, and I held, and then it went back up here. And so I exited some when it flipped against me again, just because I didn't love that price action. I don't also quite know where I want SMCI to go. Again, this was like someone mentioned SMCI in the chat. It looked good. I got in. So that's not my favorite. Those aren't my favorite positions to hold longer than a day, max 2 days. So we'll see what happens with SMCI. I only have runners now. And yeah, so traded that yesterday into today.